Yeah, I need something.
There we go. Now we should be
I could
live.
use a Bloody Mary.
Schmacky.
The YouTubes
Smack
should be
chat.
live.
I don't
Smack
imagine
it.
we need it, but do we have a dump bucket? We might need one of those.
Yeah,
I
I'm not
forget
gonna
the
be.
dump bucket.
We need a Dirtbird.
I'll go get it. A Dirtbird.
Dirtbird.
Durmper.
Do.
Already getting into Ermagerd speak.
Okay, why isn't this working?
Man, fucking ads. You look. It really annoys me when advertising is somewhat clever or like fun. I look at this thing and I'm like, Gary the psychic guinea pig. That sounds funny. Oh, it's from Jack in the Box.
They gotcha.
It did get me.
That's how they get you. They jack you right in the box.
I don't want my box jacked.
Beep, 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 beep.
Give me a minute
Thank
here.
you for the example, Gregory.
It still says live stream is starting soon. I
Live
fucking
stream.
started it.
It needs to be scheduled.
What's the deal?
I'll take a
What's the
live
deal,
stream.
guys? Talking.
Turn off my ringer.
It should show that we're live. Why doesn't it show
Good.
we're live?
I always put my shit on
Airplane.
do not disturb. Yep.
Nobody calls me though.
So I bought some domain names.
Yeah.
So now I've been getting phone calls.
Oh, that's the funnest.
Yeah.
That's more funner.
Yeah. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah, run a beer fest. You'll get some phone calls.
I'm sure.
Hi, my band is blah blah blah. At your beer fest. No. Hi.
Hi, I'm a person
Would
who
you like to
wants
use
a
our
free
ticketing
ticket.
service? Yeah,
Can
the
I get a
ticketing
free ticket?
services.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
Do not disturb.
Boop.
Do not disturb.
Did you get Hopslut69? .com.org.
I like how I was like,
It was.
I'm going to send this to Matt to razz him. And he's like, I used to follow her, but then her post got old. So I just.
Yeah, it's one of those things like, oh,
It's like,
picture.
oh,
It's like,
Matt loves beer sluts on Instagram.
it's it's one of those things. I'm like, oh, look, a picture of a butt. Why is there a beer can in the way? I can't see the whole butt. Like that's like
No doubt.
after a while, I'm like, this is
The
dumb.
butt was pretty good too. The whales comment was whale tails, bro.
Whale tails. That's a good hashtag. Whale tails. Oh, a dab rig.
Birdie. What's up with the naked juice?
It's pure coconut.
Oh. Is it honest?
It's honestly coconut.
Honest kids.
Honestly coconut.
Looks like a melon. Might be a cocoa nut. This monkey fucking a coconut here.
Chitty coconut.
Bep, bep, bep.
I like how our YouTube channel it'll show upcoming live streams, but then once you start the stream,
Boom,
it's like we're not going to show anything.
boom,
Want me to look?
There. I just added a new
boom, 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 boom,
A new thing saying
boom,
we're
boom,
live
boom,
now.
boom, boom,
Sorry,
boom,
guys.
boom, 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 boom.
Charge.
Was that Space Invaders? I think it was.
Yeah.
We're getting
Yeah.
there. Almost there. Bear with us. Bear with us.
Boo, 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 boo. No, that was Asteroid. Sorry.
Yeah.
For Brewers live.
Yeah, that's Asteroids.
Wow.
It's one of my favorite games.
Yo. Oh.
Hey, I'll entertain myself, and you let us know when we're ready to do the show.
Okay. We're ready.
Oh, good.
Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Yep.
We're born ready.
Welcome to Four Brewers. My name is Matt Becker, and as always, I'm joined by...
John Holzer.
Jason Harris.
Greg Nagel.
And I'm very excited for today's show because we got a bunch of fun Jester King beers on.
Yes, we
Jester,
do.
Jester.
I like how you turned into Dr. Evil. You're like, a bunch of fun Jester King beers. Or Lorne Michaels. Same thing.
No doubt.
So, we've done Jester King several times on the show before.
We have done.
It's one of those
Jester King on the show
breweries that
before.
I feel that if you have like more than 3, you should probably do a
Just
show.
do a show about it, yeah. And was it Mike who sent us these beers?
Mike Kirshner.
Mike Kirshner.
He went. I think he went there for around the Christmas time or maybe Thanksgiving. I forgot which one it was. But he went there and asked us if we wanted some beers.
And we were like, yes.
Yeah, we were like, totally, dude.
Yes, we do.
Yes, thank you.
Do we have a corkscrew? We're going to need a corkscrew.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Sweet.
got one over here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool, we can do that. But first, before we get into the corkscrewy...
In a very European style, these are capped and corked.
Well, some of them are. But to start, should we start with the commercial?
Oh, no, not that.
No, John was right. John was right. That is what we need to start with.
Okay, here, I'm sorry, let's back that up. Hey, before we pour these beers, should we start with a little...
See, I was over-prepared.
John hit the cue perfectly.
He
and then
did.
Matt really-
I biffed that
Matt
one.
shit the bed.
Yeah, my bad.
Damn it.
You whiffed it.
Real quick, though, we should note that Mike gave us some Jester King beers and also some homebrew that we're going to try of his. So I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, we actually did a show on 3 of the homebrews, but that's the one that the recording stopped recording, so we didn't release it. Luckily, he sent multiples of those beers.
Oh, nice.
So we can do them again.
Cool. What do we got in the mailbag, Jason?
We've got a couple things that aren't related to these beers. We have no clever segue.
Segway.
And then I drive off a cliff. On a Segway, you see.
Got it.
Splash. That's how he does.
That's a funny visual.
We got one from Alex Green. Says NJ beer and off flavor beer flight. Hey guys, New Jersey native here. Love the show. Tried to get into other beer podcasts, but yours definitely has me hooked. Fuck yeah, suck it, other beer podcasts.
Thanks, man.
No doubt.
Feels like hanging out drinking beer with your friends, which is exactly how beer should be enjoyed. We agree.
Yeah. Unlike good beer hunting.
2 things.
Zeitgeist.
Unlike those goddamn Brewing Network guys. I'd have beef with Brewing Network.
Yeah, they're fine.
They're gonna
Good beer hunting. They're good guys, too, I'm sure.
Brewing
for
Network
sure.
has a branded van. They're gonna run my ass over next time I go to Firestone or something. Let's see. Listening to the Brew Gals episode, and one of them mentioned doing an off-flavor class or seminar. I was wondering if there's some sort of flight you could have with specific off-flavors like diacetyl and others. Yeah, you can order a kit from Siebel.
Siebel, yes.
There's actually a bunch of different places that you can order kits from.
Cicerone program
Yeah.
does one.
The Cicerone
Siebel
program.
one, I think, is like the default.
There's also like flavor companies like that literally like provide artificial flavors. They'll do like spiking kits. So there's a bunch out
Yeah,
there.
they're basically kits where you take, like an 18-pack of Coors Light, and then you just spike it with all the different flavors, and you're like, that's what that tastes like.
Yeah.
We've talked about doing it on the show. And
Yeah.
we will one day.
I think that's a good idea. That also being said, another thing that would be fun, I think, is to do an off-flavor kit or off-flavor flight of commercial beers.
Yeah, get your Pilsner Urkel.
Pilsner Urquell for diacetyl. I mean, Rolling Rock for DMS.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
get the beers that have those traits and put them up against the kit beers.
Exactly. So you need acetaldehyde for
Which would be hard.
Which would be hard. I'm sure there's one out there. Listeners, if anyone knows of a acetaldehyde, like a known acetaldehyde bomb, then let us know. And then you could do
Hams.
Duchess. Yeah. I don't know. We liked
Hams.
hams, didn't we? Did we like hams?
I remember liking hams.
Yeah.
Hams.
And then Duchess de Bourgogne for
big time.
acetic.
For sure.
Those are pretty much the big 4. I mean, there isn't one that's obviously, well, I can think of a couple breweries, but there aren't
don't
any
wanna
that are
throw anybody
obviously
under the
infected.
bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obvious infection isn't one that you can buy pretty regularly. But yeah, but then all flavor kits are fun too, because like having the same base beer, it was a revelatory experience for me, honestly. It's one of the best things I ever did.
Get some Sculpin from Bevmo.
Oh yeah, for oxidation.
Oxidation. Yeah.
or anything German. Or anything beer from Bevmo.
No doubt. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Guy Bevan was like,
The bottom
"Aw,
shelf beer.
Dear Fort Brewers, big fan, formerly."
No, see, the thing is the beer guy at Bevmo, if there is one, he knows that we don't
He
think it's
knows
his
it.
fault.
Yeah, he knew it.
He does the best he
He
can.
knew what he did.
Bevmo beer guy, we support you as best we can. We know it's not your fault, man.
Here's to
We know
you,
it's the man
Bevmo
keeping you down.
beer guy. Mr. Bevmo beer guy. Ordering in the good SKUs, even though they're going to rot on the shelf. Covered in dust!
Those were good commercials.
And Alex Green asks if we've ever done a New Jersey beer episode. Not really. We did some carton beers one time, but I think they got a little old before we got to them.
Yeah, we haven't done a dedicated New Jersey show. We sure would like to.
Yeah, if we knew a guy, might hook us up with some beer.
That would be dope.
Scott McElhone in New Jersey?
Scott McElhone?
Well, Alex says
he
he'd love to send us some local North Jersey stuff, so
we would love that.
We're into it.
Yep.
Count us in. Thanks for writing in, Alex Green. Mailbag answered. Moving this one in the mailbox.
Yeah, we
Thanks,
had the
Alex.
carton beers on season 3, episode 19, back in May of 2016.
Let's open some of these Jester King beers and we can get to another mailbag here because I am excited. Let's do commercial suicide first because that's like what 4%, 3%.
It's like a mild, yeah.
So when I went to Jester King a couple years back, I bought like 3 of those, and then I realized I had way too much beer to send home, and so I drank them all.
Yeah, why would you?
I drank them in my hotel, and it was a delight.
But yeah, this was like one of their first beers they ever made. I remember that, and it's interesting because when they did it, it was just mild. But then when they decided to go full on funk, it became a farmhouse mild. So I'm definitely curious to see how this beer fares here. And where is the ABV?
I've homebrewed a couple of milds before, and they're really easy to make.
Yeah, this is 2.9% alcohol.
Really? 2.9?
It's not
and
called.
it's funky, so it's gonna be dry. So what was it, like 1%, and then it just finished out attenuated? Like
much. It started at a solid 2 Plato.
I'm gonna pour heavy on this one since we're only dealing with 2.9.
yeah, you're gonna fill up on it.
See, normally it's funny because like farmhouse, like phenolics and dark beer, that's a tough. It's tough to put them together.
I agree. They're definitely conflicting.
Yeah.
Sour and roasty.
Yeah.
Doesn't really. There's a couple of beers that do it well.
Uh,
Tart of Darkness is like.
Well, the thing, the struggle that I have with Tart of Darkness is it's very vintage dependent. Some of them can be really harsh. Like they were really harsh for a couple of years, and that's the thing is that like roast versus sour, it clashes. You know.
Oh man, that smells good.
This does smell good.
Yeah, I mean, it pours like a kind of a cloudy brown, like a muddy kind of color. It's not.
It's ruddy.
Yeah.
It's not nice to look at.
No, but I mean, isn't that about what like an English mild look like?
I would expect an English mild to be clear af.
Looks like boiled goose or something.
Yeah, I would.
Boiled
I would
goose.
expect it super clear. But then again, you put farmhouse style in front of anything, and clarity becomes far less of a necessity.
Yeah, this beer has got like this tartness that hits right on the sides of your tongue, and it's so goddamn good.
It tastes like lemon juice on rye toast.
Yeah.
That is a really good descriptor. Yeah, because it's got like a roasty flavor, but with this like nice tart, sweet front. And
Yeah.
then-
I honestly don't even get like a whole lot of roastiness. I get like toast. I get super duper toasty, like brown malt toastiness.
Yeah, less roasty, more bready. Yeah, I think it's very good.
Have you ever had apple butter?
No.
Okay. Next time you go up to like Oak Glen or Julian, buy some. It's
Word.
delicious. But this has notes of apple butter.
Apple
and
butter jeans?
apple butter. Not buttery like diacetyl butter, but that apple-y sort of like, it's kind of like nutmeg and cinnamony.
Would you say it's acetaldehyde?
No, not at
No?
all.
Is it-
I mean, it kind of comes off as teak, like wood,
Yeah.
like furniture.
Yeah. Oh, it has like a apple pie kind of vibe.
Yeah, apple pie.
Where it has like
apple pies and furniture.
Yeah, it has a little bit of that that like baking spice thing, but it's interesting because you can tell that it's more malt source than like wood source. Where normally we were like, oh, baking spice in beer, it's like it's a wood thing. That's not the case here, and it's interesting because like the acid kind of dominates the flavor.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it just takes over the mouth. My mouth, at least. It's like boom, sour.
I love having my mouth
So
take over.
I have a pretty hilarious side note to this. I didn't notice this before. Our next mailbag, I was like, oh, this guy's also from New Jersey. 3 days later, Alex Green writes, I don't know if he had been drinking when he wrote the first one because it's kind of similar.
Oh, really?
He's like, I should maybe write those guys.
Because he's like,
He's
I've
got
been
a
listening to the
Polaroid picture.
show. He says, let's finish up the Brew Gals and heard one of them mention an off-flavor seminar. All right, we already answered that one. And then he did ask a new question in the second one, which was, he's heading to Santa Monica and Anaheim, and he wanted to know what breweries are a must-go. We can answer that.
Santa Monica.
I mean, Santa Monica, the library, it's not a brewery, but it's, like the beer bar out
If
there.
you're in Santa Monica,
Yeah.
library is the best you got.
Definitely.
I've heard good things about the Firestone in Venice, but
Yeah.
I haven't made it out there yet. I don't like
I
the
have-
west side of LA, period, in life.
I have made it out there, and if you've never been to the Firestone in either of the Firestones, it's very cool because it's very Firestone. But if you're looking for like the Firestone experience and you can go out to the Central Coast, you need to. It's like it's very much going to just like a satellite where it's like, oh, that's cool.
It's very stainless
Yeah,
steel,
yeah.
kind of rustic, like barrel
Very
staves all over.
very industrial. It's actually kind of funny because like above the bar they have a conveyor with cans in it, and it's like just decorative. They're just going around in a circle, and I look up, and I'm like, motherfuckers, I would kill to have that actually in use where I brew, but you motherfuckers have one as decoration.
I like to imagine it's like one of those sushi places where there's just like pints of beer going around on the conveyor,
boats.
and like you just take it, and it's like, oh, how many pink pints did you have at the end of the day? All right, those are each.
None. Yes, I like those places.
That's clever.
Then you
those
tip one
places.
over and they fucking spill everywhere. Cans would work though. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you run a place catered around canned beer, you just send them around on a conveyor. You're like, oh shit, here comes the pint of the other. Gotcha, fam.
Nice. That would be dope.
We've got our new concept for fucking.
For real.
We
Yeah.
got to call up one of those sushi conveyor guys and be like, all right, I need you to modify this for beer.
Yeah. But going back to the question, if it's Santa Monica and then Anaheim, I would assume you're going south, so that could push you through Torrance, right?
Yeah, like the South Bay is really where I would hit there. Like
Yeah.
I said, if you're staying in Santa Monica, I spent 3 weeks in Santa Monica, which it's not that far from here, but it's far enough that I stayed in a hotel and stayed out there.
Absolutely, yeah. The
Yeah.
drive kind of blows.
You've got like 3 bars. You've got like Library Ale House, Father's Office, and a third one.
And the other one.
There's another place that's like got a really big reputation out there, and I was super disappointed by it. It's like an old school beer bar.
I think that might be the place where you can get the
Dodgers?
untapped. I forgot what the badge
Oh,
is.
the founders, where the founders badge or whatever?
Yeah, I think that might be what it is. If you go to one of the bar, like there's one in Santa Monica, and then one in New York or wherever. Greg Avola.
Surly Goat was the name of the place.
That wasn't Surly Goat.
I went there
okay.
and I was really disappointed in it.
The
sadly.
untapped place is some hole in the wall. It's not a hole in the wall, but it's like a random bar. It's where Tim went to get beers in their office. I don't know if it's still there,
Oh.
but
Yeah.
it was in Santa Monica for a while.
Word.
But yeah, that's another place.
Nice.
But that was helpful.
Interesting.
None,
Yeah.
because I don't know the name of the place. So yeah.
But
But all this being
we'll have to look
said,
for it.
like I would say, just the breweries that we always talk about. You're also gonna know Monkish, Smog City, Phantom Carriage.
Beechwood's not too far off your path if you're over that way,
Word.
kind-ish. Beechwood and Long Beach.
Yeah.
And they're definitely one of the best breweries in LA.
yeah,
Absolutely.
Greg, what
And
about
Beechwood too. When you go to Beechwood, they have a fuckload of beer on, and you've got the Blendery right next door.
Yeah.
Beechwood
So,
and
like-
Santa Monica are kind of far away.
I mean,
Well, if you're
yeah, Long
going
Beach.
to Anaheim,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
All
If
right.
you're,
Yeah.
This is what if you're on your way to Anaheim.
Got it.
basically everything you want is farther away from Santa Monica and more towards.
Yeah, definitely
pretty
take the, if you're going to Anaheim, I would do that Torrance thing and go to Long Beach. And then once in Anaheim, there's the Packing House, which is, lots of beer kind of flowing in there. And then there's Unsung, which is like right across the street from there.
Mhm.
And then, of course,
he
Noble Ale
mentioned
Works.
Noble,
is a
Bottle Logic,
must-stop.
and Brewery, of
Yeah.
course, which
Yeah.
are kind of our big 3. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're all like relative. I mean, technically the brewery's in Placentia, but they're still real close to Anaheim. It's essentially
Yeah,
Anaheim.
for
Well,
sure.
they've also got the Teru in Anaheim now, which is supposed to be really cool.
Yeah, which again, they're like it's like so far north in Anaheim. It's like it's north.
It's
Anaheim.
basically Placentia, but
Yeah.
it's right across the street. But Placentia's rad. The Teru location, I think they have 48 taps or something ridiculous, and they pour out of bottles, which is like you can get like 60 different beers at any time, and it's
Yeah.
never crowded.
Yeah.
Everybody goes over to Dunn still.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that about covers that. This beer reminds me so much of like going back to the beer, the Jester King thing. It reminds me of like your Pellegrino. It's got like this.
Yeah. Yeah. It
Like
has the
mineral water
mineral thing. Yeah.
It's like tart mineral water with some roasty character to it.
Yeah. Admittedly, it's getting a little too tannic for me as it warms up. It's starting to strip my mouth.
I think you need to harden the fuck up.
Step up your game there.
Also, Alex acknowledges at the end of this email that he tried to send it before, but he thinks it messed up. Sorry if we got this a second time. It's okay. We got entertainment out of it. So
We did.
and we still want you to send us Jersey beer if you're down.
Yes.
From the
Now
Jersey Shore.
now he has to send us twice the Jersey beer.
Right? You offered twice. You're sending us twice.
So next up, we're doing another Jester King beer, the collaborations beer, Mitscheißhafenund
Scheisse
This is actually written on the back. Wilder Bakterien Hefe combination.
Okay.
Let Craig read the German.
Is it just a bunch of words crammed together? That's German.
That's German, yeah.
Yeah, collaborations beer. That's in German.
Wait.
No?
There you go. There you go. Yeah,
All right.
read it. I fucking dare you.
Mit Scheisse, which means with poop.
With poop?
Yeah, with Hopfunden something.
Made with poop?
That's a long word.
Let me see. I'll
Mitz-
butcher it.
It's no, it's Scheschen Schemmen Hopfenund. I don't know, man. Some fucking German word.
Let's actually like open it and pour it, and then everyone can take a crack at the.
Oh yeah, that's just like a gag word. It actually gets
It's not a real
smaller
word.
as it goes around.
Yeah,
you got a bottle opener. Do
All
that.
right.
Hopefully it doesn't have poop
Collaborations
in it.
beer.
But anyways, this is a collaboration between Jester King and Live Oak. The opener.
The opener.
Live oak, like an actual log out in the forest?
No, Live Oak is a brew pub, I believe. Actually, fun fact: Live Oak had the best Hefeweizen on Beer Advocate for like 10 years or something
Really?
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, their hef's supposed to be great. I never found it when I was out in Texas. It was never on anywhere. I had a couple other beers by them, but I could never find their hef.
How'd you like the rest of the beers?
How'd you like
They're
that?
fine.
Yeah.
It's a weird area of blondes and browns.
Yeah.
It's like they're still they're in a weird beer
So you're
spot.
talking about like, never mind.
Matt was gonna go full David Lee Roth on
Yeah,
us
I
right
was,
now,
but
like,
no, not a bad idea.
I ain't got nobody.
Go out to Texas, all you get is blondes and brunettes.
And that's where all my exes live.
Cocaine. That's
All
full.
my exes live in Texas.
Cocaine. Howard Stern thing.
Oh.
There was a bit where Robin was,
Baba Booey.
her mic was hot and she was listening to Eric Clapton and she was singing along. It was horrible. Cocaine.
Cocaine. So apparently this wort was actually brewed at Live Oak, and then they took it to Jester King. It was used a decoction mash and Czech hops, and then fermented to Jester King with our unique mixed culture of brewer's yeast and naturally occurring yeast and bacteria.
Is it filtered?
That's pretty dope. No.
I just reading the same thing, so it's like the next line. The next line is unfiltered and pasteurized. It's like, Matt, is it filtered?
Unfiltered.
I'm like Conan O'Brien doing an interview.
Softballs.
Like,
Yeah.
like I love Conan, but if you ever watch him anymore, he doesn't even like try to make it natural. He's like, so I heard something happened to you at a supermarket today. Yeah, so I was at a supermarket. I had this funny story, and it's just like,
So set up.
yeah.
Oh my god. You know what's funny about hefs is, people say decoction's just a waste of time and whatever, but I think almost all the award-winning hefs are decoction mashed.
Yeah, there's like there is something to be said for doing like the fancy mashes.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was at a Prost over at GABF, they were
Which
like
is
we
goddamn
decoct.
delicious.
Yeah, which all their beers are like just so fucking good. They
Goosebump
decoct everything.
Yep.
Literally everything. They decoct their Kolsch.
I think more beer should be decocked because we've had too much cock in our beer
Also
for
cock.
quite a while. So,
This is a very cock forward industry.
yeah, just decock it, you know?
That's a good Pink Boot Society beer name right there. Decocked.
Decoct the ale.
Oh man.
And it's nice because it definitely has that like super bready wheat thing, but then it has a little bit of that like lemony tart.
Yeah. And some earthiness.
Yeah. Some horse blanket.
Well, I
It's
forgot
got
to
some
drink
horsey. It's got some dirt.
So I just forgot to drink this.
I
So
just burped.
so I just remembered we're drinking this and
On the burp. Yeah.
Um,
On the burp, I definitely get some hef.
Oh man, that tastes like pineapples. Tastes like pineapple bread.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of that that funky Brett character too, but definitely a little bit of pineapple Brett.
Mouth is full.
We all look at Greg and he's got a mouthful of beer.
My mouth has been full today.
Doing real good up in Texas there, pineapple bread.
Pineapple.
In the chat we have Brett from Ohio. And we're like Ohio Brett, and then there's a discussion about what Ohio Brett's voice would sound like.
I don't even want to try.
Yeah, Ohio Brett. We probably just come up with something offensive.
Exactly.
This is a goddamn funky ass beer, man.
It really is.
That's actually Whitebird beer, whatever. His name is Brett.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
know.
Oh, word.
He recently had to change his name on Facebook to his real name, and I was like, "Your name's Brett."
Brett.
Pineapple bread.
Oh wow.
Actually,
Wow.
if, you know what would be dope? Give us an intro from
Here in
Ohio.
Spain.
From Ohio, Brett.
Wow, bread.
Yeah, that's still a thing you can
Hey,
do.
this is Ohio, Brett.
He's gonna send it in. It's gonna be like, "Hello lads, it's me, Ohio Brett." Sounds like it's Liam Neeson for
exactly.
no reason.
Ohio, Brett.
You ever seen the Liam Neeson thing in Ted 2 that he did? He like brings up Lucky Charms at the counter and he's like, "My understanding is that these are only for kids." He's like, "Yeah, that's what the box says." He's like, "Is that enforced by law?"
No, I never saw that one. Also, another fun thing. This beer is 4% alcohol.
The label's really cool.
Dude, that was my favorite part of visiting Jester King, 'cause I had to drive like an hour to get there from my hotel, and
Right.
I was like tracking my Alco droid and making sure I was keeping my stuff, and I was like, I want to have another beer, but I don't know. I was like, well, I guess I'll just have another pint of this 2.5% beer, and I'll be fucking dope.
You'll be good.
Yeah, like I was able to sit down and have like 4 or 5 beers and like
Just chill.
over like a bunch of hours and just fucking like hang out.
Right.
Fucking gorgeous there.
I
too.
think your liver can process more alcohol than that 2.5%.
Yeah.
Like over time.
Yep.
We did it.
Fun fact, just went to the doctor and having blood done. Turns out I have excellent liver function.
Oh,
and I
good for
was
you.
like, fucking really?
Mine's pretty shaky. My doctor's like, yeah, you might want to cut back a little bit here and there.
Yeah. My only thing is that I didn't get enough sun. Didn't have enough vitamin D.
Oh, I'll give you some D. Give you some
Yeah,
vitamin D.
I know. I don't have enough.
Give her some
I don't have
DNA.
enough vitamin D, you guys. Girl's been complaining about it.
I like how you live in Southern California and you don't get enough sun. Like, what do you do?
Sit outside for a
with
little
the
bit.
fucking-
It's called video games.
Video,
sit
yeah,
inside with the
exactly.
curtains drawn.
It's called video
I don't
games.
really go
yeah.
outside a
me.
whole lot either. That's I don't
You gotta
like the
get
sun.
you gotta get your D checked.
Your pee-doo.
Okay.
Do you,
You
sure
wanna check it
Are
for
you
me,
sure
man?
you have sufficient levels of D?
So the collaborations beer was damn tasty.
Yeah, it's like a funky bready hef, which is
Yeah.
really cool.
It's really nice.
It's super
really
white
drying,
too. It looks
too.
like a yeah, it looks like
It looks like Hoegaarden.
yeah, it's craziness.
Yeah, it smells like Hoegaarden too.
Kinda,
With
yeah.
just like a very slight acidic edge.
Yeah,
to it.
only it's that like yeast driven like quasi citrus instead of just being like orange peel.
And I like how it's a bit drier than a normal hef is, because a lot of times with the hef, I'm like I don't know, it gets difficult to drink because it's kind of a heavy beer sometimes, depending on how you brew
It's
it.
juicy.
It's real fluffy.
Yeah.
They tend to be really, really fluffy.
And this is dried out enough to where it's, I mean, such low alcohol. I'm digging this.
yeah, same.
Uh-oh.
Next up was actually not from Mike Kirshner. This was I picked this up at a local favorite spot, El Cerrito.
Whoop.
Yep. And
El Cerrito.
Hola.
Welcome to El Cerrito.
El Cerrito.
We have all your craft beers.
Muy bueno.
It's actually in South Corona or Corona proper.
Yeah, it's in Corona.
Yeah.
Down
That's
to
the
the
Jazz
the 15.
spot, right?
Yeah, Jazz is the man. He always gets fun stuff. I bought a sour upright beer.
Still never been there.
Very excited
I
about.
don't understand how you've never been there.
I've driven by it many times.
Yeah.
Never stopped.
It's way
Like, it's out of spite at this point.
No, I just. It's kind of intimidating. I don't know.
So
It's just a beer store.
I know, but I'm weird.
I mean, when you walk in, it goes ding dong.
So this is a beer that I'm very excited about because a while back, Jester King decided that they're more strictly like saison type beers. They were going to put in green bottles because all of the traditional saisons.
I've never had this one in a green bottle.
Yeah, all the traditional saisons came in green bottles, and so they were talking about the effects of skunk. Oh, skunk, by the way, in the flight.
Oh, for sure. Duh.
Corona.
Came in green bottles was my Indian name.
I ran over a skunk on the way back from Bootleggers in Redlands.
How'd that smell?
He was
wow.
also drinking Corona while he was driving. So.
It didn't smell. I pulled the car in the garage and I drove Yvonne's car. And
Oops.
I was like, "Yeah, I ran over a skunk." She's like, "Oh, that sucks." And she goes out there. She's like, "You need to put the car in the driveway and get it washed tomorrow." And I didn't, because I could smell it when I was driving home, and I rolled the windows down on the way home, and yeah, it was. I couldn't avoid it though. It just ran out in the street, and
Oh, that's
don't run over a skunk because your car will smell.
But all that being said, this is interesting because this is Noble King. I don't know if we mentioned that yet. But Noble King
has a really dope label with like a lion made out of hops.
Yeah, this is like their
really
Noble
pretty
hop
label.
forward beer. Yeah, so this is a really hop forward beer, and it's in the green bottle. So I'm wondering how we're gonna do.
Uh-oh.
I'm actually not getting that much skunk.
I don't get skunk.
I admittedly I tried very hard to keep it covered. While I
As
had
you
it, I
should,
didn't
yeah.
want to like leave it in the sun or anything just to see. But
They're helping you see. They're bringing back like ritual to beer ownership and cellaring. So
Yeah,
you're having
they're-
to really put work in it.
Yeah, they're making
it's like
you
playing
put-
a record. You know, it's an experience now.
Exactly. It's a motherfucking effort.
That smells really good, actually.
It does smell really good. It doesn't specify
What hops?
hops they're using. So they may not be using entirely noble hops.
Nah.
They're Golding, Fuggle, and Pearl.
Oh, I was gonna say Tetning just because I like that name.
Golding, Fuggle, and Pearl. So none of those are noble hops, actually.
Man, that is carbonated. Ooh.
Fuggle's not? I guess not. No, it's British, huh?
Yeah,
It's super fizzy. And this one's actually pretty clear too.
Yeah, it looks really nice. It's like on the little bit darker side for saison, which I like. You know, because like a lot of the traditional saisons are actually pretty fucking dark because
Yeah.
they boil them forever. But
It's goddamn delicious.
yeah, it has this really nice, like, kind of minty, piney, earthy kind of nose. You know,
My nose isn't working today
it's
for
definitely
some reason.
it's definitely got the bread.
Yeah. I get some bready malts and a little bit of just a hint of pine.
Yeah, there's kind of like a piney, funky nose to it for sure.
Yeah, and the funk.
Piney Funky is my rap name.
Pine funk.
I'm actually Lil Piney Funky.
He's lumberjack themed.
I was Lil Piney, and then I was Lil Funky, but then much like P Funk later on, I just became known as Lil Piney Funky.
Whoa, little piney funk is in the house, baby.
I'm a lumberjack and that's okay.
That's his jam.
Oh yeah, and this is definitely like tartar than the last time I had it.
Yeah,
because it used to be
it's
very
got a-
straightforward.
Yeah,
Like tartar
I
sauce?
remember it being much more just kind of funky before, and there's definitely developed a tart character to it.
Yeah, this was, by the way, bottled in August, so it would be interesting to have this like super fresh because I imagine the tart character develops over time. That's one fun thing about Jester King is they use their mixed culture for everything. So the longer it sits in a bottle, the more the lacto and the bacteria and stuff are going to
It's
take
like
over.
those Tabasco commercials. They're like, we put that shit on everything.
Yeah, exactly. This is probably my favorite so far. This is really fucking
This is
good.
really good. Yeah,
I
for
really
sure.
like this a lot.
That mint on the nose is, that's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, minty nose. I got nothing.
Admittedly, I would see why they would use like the British style hops because one of the more common hops in saison is Styrian Golding, which is essentially just Fuggles. Only it's Fuggles grown in Poland.
Also, interesting note:
Stevie.
the final gravity of this beer is 1002.
Nice.
That's super for beer. That's crazy dry.
That's 0.5 Play-Doh for all of you smart people.
For all of you professional brewers,
For all you
out there.
gravity nerds.
Pat yourself on the back, Matt.
Hell yeah.
For everybody in the Pacific gravity. Actually, that's I'm wrong.
Quaff.
Yeah, they still be homebrewers.
Maltose Falcons.
Malthus Falcons.
For people who like Play-Doh.
Got the L.
For all you
Maltose
all-
Fappins.
For all of you philosophers out there, Matt's giving it to you in Play-Doh.
They should give it to you in Newtons. Just throw apples on your head.
They used 10 Newton meters of hops in this bushel. 2 hogshead to
Put
a
that
yard.
in your bushel basket.
2 gravity units. Yeah, man.
man.
This is hitting me in like every single happy spot.
Matt's getting 10 hogshead to the rod today.
I buy by the side.
I like the hogshead thing.
Yeah.
That was yum.
Fucking
It's
A.
home.
According to our new visitor to the chat from Spain, pearl hops were introduced in 1978 and one of the most popular varieties grown in Germany.
Yeah.
I want to know if they just Googled that on the fly or if they just knew that. That'd be dope if he just knew that.
Either way, it's good info. Funny thing about pearl hops is pearl is actually the thing that makes Sierra Nevada Pale Ale taste like Sierra Nevada Pale Ale.
Really?
Yeah, because like it's all Cascade, but you ever wonder why it has that like real spicy thing
Yeah.
on top of the Cascade? It's not just pure grapefruit. Pearl. At least that's what they use in every single clone recipe that I've ever run into.
Huh.
So
Interesting.
whether or not that's commercially correct is one thing.
I don't know. I mean, when I toured there, I saw no pearl.
Yeah, they use.
I mean, they have like their Cascade bins.
Uh-huh.
Have like those big meat hook sort of things where
Right.
they just tear it off and whatever.
That's how they
Maybe
get
there's
you.
pearl.
It could be. Well, essentially, like the classic Sierra Nevada Pale Ale clone recipe is always something along the lines of like 10%, like 7% ish, Crystal 40.
Golden Promise.
And then like 3 or 4% Carapils, and then it's like a 15-minute edition of Cascade. Of Pearl, and then Cascaded Flame Out and Cascaded Dry Hop. What exactly the numbers are, I don't know. I'm just like figuring.
Yeah.
You know.
Speaking of pale ale,
We're going to do an Iron Brewer competition where we're just going to leave Matt with a bucket of hops and be like, Bruce, Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, you've got 1 hour. Clock's ticking.
I'd do it.
All right. Sorry, John.
when Stone discontinued their pale ale that they brewed for years,
Uh-huh.
a lot of homebrewers wanted them to release the recipe so they could brew it, and they actually made a kit, like through a homebrew, not a shop, but like through a homebrew thing where you can buy the Stone Pale Ale kit and brew it yourself.
That's
And
cool.
I don't know where to get it from, but I just
That's
It
fair.
might have been
reminded me
from
of that.
might have been from Austin Homebrew. Austin Homebrew is interesting because people will send them in recipes and they'll just make kits. Like a fucking.
It's a branded thing from Stone too.
Yeah.
So
Well, it did from Austin Homebrew. They had a Riley's Irish Red kit that you
Like,
could
from your brewery?
that you could buy. Yes.
no way.
I know. And the funny thing is like I was like, that's weird. And like they can do that. Like there's no legal issue with doing that. And so I called them up and I'm like, hey guys, what the fuck? And they're like, I don't know. Someone probably just like called requesting the recipe, and so we found it. And I'm like, found it where? Like, where did you find it? And then like I was like, well, I'm not mad. Just like let me give you the recipe, like
Yeah.
because I figured it might as well be accurate. And it was totally accurate. I'm like, where did this come from?
Wow.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. I'm like, was I like
Big brother.
drinking one night? And I'm like, Austin Homebrew is this recipe.
Matt, I have a similar story. I called this pizza place that my friend recommended yesterday, and they go, is this your address? And I'm like, I've never got pizza from you before.
But your phone number shows up, and that tells you everything you need to know. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
but
But the
where
address?
did they get my address? I've never ordered from them. I feel like they're
you
part
might
of
be
a.
able to get that from your phone number.
I feel like they're like part of a pizza cabal.
Could
That's
be.
my cell phone number though. And like I think maybe maybe they're in cahoots with like a different pizza place. Like it turns out they're all like
sold
just
the
under the
database.
umbrella
There's a
of Big
pizza database.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh, sh-
NSA for pizza.
Yeah. So Big Pizza's watching is what I'm saying.
They're all sharing info. Well, yeah, another great beer. Now these next ones, I'm very excited about.
Spawn.
Yeah, Jason, you were there When you were at Jester King, they were talking about the spontaneous beers, right?
Yeah.
Would you like to tell us about them?
Nope. Yeah, no, they're doing like a legitimate, like, traditional goose style beer where they actually were finding like the 1 or 2 days a year where it's cool enough that they could actually put wort in a cool ship, and they're leaving it literally like on the roof of the brewery kind of thing. Picking up
legit spontaneous fermentation.
and then aging barrels for years. When I had been there, they had, I think, 2 years of it in, and they were about to do the 3rd. So that's how long it's been since I've been, because now they've got 3 years blended, which is traditional for goose.
Yep. And so, very excited. We have 2 2016 versions. One came from Mike Kirshner, which is the actual Method Goose. But then also, friend of Packing House Brewing Company, Mr. Bob Roth, just went to Texas, and he brought us back some of the peach and apricot
Nice.
variant, which I am also super stoked about.
Yeah, they have these for sale in the 2 different sizes in 750. And what's the other one? Is that a 350?
Yeah, 375.
375. There you go.
330.
And all Mike could buy was one of each size. So that's what we got, and we're very much appreciative of that because that is awesome.
Yeah. And like we mentioned earlier, they're definitely doing a traditional Cantillon-y type thing where it is capped and corked, which is great until you're at a bottle share.
And you may remember Cantillon was like the 8th best goose that we tried.
Yeah.
I think that was an off bottle.
Yeah, you never know.
It was pretty bad. It was a lot of acetic
Throwing
acid.
it down, I think Cantillon's overrated. Come at me,
Whoa.
Come at me, JVR.
Whoa.
John Von Roy's gonna fucking smack the taste out of my mouth.
With a white glove. Just
No, it's just going to be like, I disagree.
Why do you,
oui, no.
why do you speak of my beer this way?
All right, so we're corkscrewing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Got the oil rig.
I got to get this mic out of my face.
Okay.
Matt's really getting into the zone now.
I don't want to fuck it up.
We're narrating this shit.
I mean, if I was to have another child, and if it was going to be a boy, I would name it Spawn.
Your name is John Van Roy.
Here we go.
Spawn's a good name.
Oh, very smooth.
Oh, look at that.
Thank you.
Did you get little cork pieces in there by any chance?
Yeah, there was
No.
on the rim. There's some. You might want to wipe them out.
No, it's not.
Blow the rim.
Hey, I got this like wine topper that
Cork
has
tank.
like a mesh in it, and then it's for like recorking wine or whatever. You can like reclose it.
Yeah, I use those.
But I was like, oh, we should have that when we're corking beer and get the fucking cork out.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Okay, mic back in my face.
Those wine people thought of everything.
All
They-
right.
People have figured
How
out
do we
every
make more
possible
money?
way to extract money
Yeah,
out of
no
wine.
Oh, yeah.
So which one are we pouring here? Just
we
plain
are
old-
pouring the Method Goose.
Method Goose.
Also, in keeping with tradition, these labels are peeling off pretty much just by looking at them.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to peel it off.
they
and
sure
stick
shit
it on
are.
the wall.
Spawn 2 Method Goose. There's little naked demons and ladies on the label.
I love naked things.
Just naked whatever, man. Naked juice.
Naked
naked
bullfrogs.
Naked what?
Naked juice?
Oh, naked.
Oh.
No, the juice naked.
I get it.
Rear naked
Big difference.
chokes.
Bad phrasing. I started thinking about something that I
Naked-
don't want to talk about.
Naked bikes,
Oh,
motorcycles.
man. Some naked juice, yeah.
I have some naked coconut water.
You do. I like naked women.
I don't have any more. It's just a empty box.
Holy bejesus.
This smells very nice.
Have you guys smelt this?
He who smelt it, dealt it.
I did deal it.
Oh man, that totally has that like that tart like barnyardy funk.
Yeah, the horse blanket,
Yeah.
briny thing.
Fruit.
We have a picture
Fruit.
of Matt opening it on the chat. That's what you look like, Matt.
There's
Chat.
Matt chat.
Matt.
Matt's in the chat.
That's how easily we're derailed. We're just like
For real.
Matt and chat rhyme. Let's riff on that for 5
Matt
minutes.
chat.
sounds like Snapchat.
Matt chat.
do the snarl
I'm chatting with Matt over Snapchat. Over Matt chat.
Got
We're talking about
app.
They're gonna add a filter where
Matt app.
Man,
That's what Snapchat needs to get the beer community more involved. Is just a beard filter. Like it just adds like a illustrious brewing beard.
Exactly. No,
Camouflage
and a
shorts.
work shirt.
Yeah.
Just get out a work shirt. Too.
camouflage shorts.
Oh man, you guys, the smell of this is just smelly.
Oh, it's got that like you always say briny, but I always say like grapefruit rind.
Yeah.
Grapefruit rind and some French oak.
Ooh. It's
Yeah,
actually
dude.
not that dry. It's got some sweetness to it.
Yeah, no, it's like a sweet. It's like kind of there's this like funk on the front, and then there's like this big sweet tart like lemony layer,
Yeah.
and then it yeah,
Yeah, it definitely does not have like the bracing acidity that a lot of the gooses that we had.
And what's cool about it is the flavor just sits on your palate for a good 20 seconds after you take a sip. It it just really just sits there. It's like ringing a bell. It's like dong.
Yeah, it's really interesting because like the aroma is like dead on. The flavor is like real different though because it's sweeter. It's way oakier than any goose I've ever had. You know, when you haven't been using the barrels for 40 years, I imagine that happens.
Yeah, because you want the barrels to be pretty much out of the way,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
I get some barrel on this.
but then
for sure.
but then again, I mean, it's kind of a pleasant addition, honestly. Like it has like just that little like vanilla toasted almond kind of like top note, you know.
The vanilla big time.
For real, ton of vanilla. But it's not an unpleasant.
I
No.
think like a traditional goose, there's just a lot of flavor to unpack with this. Like as you drink it, it's a beer that you can drink, and as you're going through your glass of beer, you're picking
things out on every
different
sip.
flavors out every time you try it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
I get almost like a celery seed kind of thing.
I was gonna say sweat.
Yeah, it's
Celery
kind of
seed?
Yeah,
What the hell is
The
that?
celery has seeds? I mean, I guess it's a plant, so it has to.
yeah. Look in your spice rack, motherfucker. Like
Celery
I
seed.
can guarantee you, I don't have. I have 21 seasoning salute.
at the at the grocery store at least. Also,
They might have celery seed in the 21 seasoning salute. I'll look. I'll read the label next time.
I appreciate anytime anyone has their own branded corks.
Just like Cantillon.
Yep. Yeah, they're really like going
It's
for
the blueprint.
Is there a year on the cork?
full on tribute. Yes, there is.
Look at that.
2016.
Dope.
Can we get like a little wire bucket and we'll keep all of our beer corks in it?
That's actually not a bad idea. I think that's pretty dope.
Oh yeah.
do a little arts and crafts project and make a little cork band?
Oh wow.
Our cap and cork bucket's getting a little
It's
full.
pretty full. It's got cages in there too.
I'm sure half of that is just me.
Look, it's got cages. All the cages in there too. Wow.
Nicolas Cage is in there. I'm a vampire. I'm a vampire.
Luke Cage is in there too.
Still alive.
We are live. We're being audiovisual. We're multitasking. We're making a bad
We're
radio.
like, yeah,
We
we're
are.
Like,
Bad-
it's like we're at a concert right now.
It
It's
should
a
be noted.
bad show.
It should be noted as well that John put a shitload of effort into the live YouTube broadcast of this show.
That's why I'm kind of quiet, because I'm just like juggling right now.
Focused real hard on the YouTube. So
The last time we did this, it was very stressful, and this is going excellent right now. I finally figured it out, I think.
nice.
So,
Easy way to get there would be 4brewers.com/YouTube, correct?
fourbrewers.live.
It's 4brewers.live.
If you want to go to our YouTube, it's fourbrewers.com/YouTube, but everything's going to be on the live page on our website.
Awesome. So yeah, come and join us. And then the chat is still through Discord, correct?
Yep.
Which is going great. I
So
love
to
Discord.
get to the live chat, you go to discord.com/.
Go to fourbrewers.live. Everything
Fourbrewers.live.
is on the live page. So
Nice.
We should put like a picture of a cord on the page and be like, if you want to join our chat, click this cord.
That makes me so happy.
Such a dad joke.
We need to do that. We definitely, it needs to be live wires. A picture of that, like, you know, live wire with the 90-degree angle plug on it. Yes.
Hey, Jason, how do you find Will Smith in the snow?
Ah.
You look for the Fresh Prince.
that's the
Getting
dad
so
joke of the
dad
day.
jokey.
Yeah.
The best.
I have a dad joke for you.
All right.
What's the difference between a chickpea and a garbanzo bean?
I don't know.
I know this one.
I never had a garbanzo bean on my face.
No, I've never had a chickpea on my face.
Chickpea.
You're thinking of the Donald Trump joke.
No, the point is I have
got
had
the
a
joke
chickpea on my
anyways.
face, John.
Okay. I got it mixed up then.
Oh.
Chickpea.
You want to know my favorite dad joke?
It's not really a good dad joke. You can't tell kids about chicks peeing on your face.
That's true.
You might get a good laugh.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Yeah,
My favorite joke is that Donald Trump got pissed on.
So, why shouldn't you buy bouquets from priests? Because only you can prevent florist friars.
Jesus Christ.
It's a long walk for that one.
It was, but it was worth it in the end. Worth, my friend.
So bad.
Worth. So now that we know that the blended version is delicious,
Come for the Jester King. Stay for the terrible jokes. For Brewers.
that should be our tagline for sure.
Oh, for Brewers. Stay for the terrible jokes.
So
They were Golden Brett. That's me. I'm back.
This is really delicious.
no
you
one
guys.
wanted you here, Golden Brett.
Everyone's favorite character, Golden Brett.
I poured heavy on this one. Oh,
Yeah, you
no.
did. You might want to double glass it. There you go.
Yeah, here, fresh glass.
I'll do a side by side.
Yeah, don't do a chugger.
Oh, that's a good call.
Oh, there's a cork in this. We got another 5 minutes before we're drinking.
Oh yeah, keep going. I'm still enjoying mine as well.
I'm almost.
This is
done
not a
with it.
dumper.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. None of this goes in the dump bucket.
I already drank
If any
mine.
of you motherfuckers think you're gonna dump it, just give it to
Yeah,
give it
this
to
is-
give it to Golden Brett.
old Jason. Give it to Brett. Why can't Brett get a lick?
Oh, everyone always forgets about Golden Brett.
I don't even have a glass. I imagine he
mouth
brings like
force.
one of those little like tin cups to a tasting.
It just taps it. Ding, 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 ding.
It's also his spittoon.
Yeah. Time for Brett to get a drink. Wales, bro. And then he brings like a 50-year-old lambic. I found this in the Sierra Nevadas.
What were you doing when you found that?
Looking for gold.
So this is the peach apricot variant, and
Stone fruit.
so the Method Goose is 1, 2, and 3 year. This one is actually mostly 2 year with some 1 year spontaneous beer.
Yeah,
So
it's very.
technically not a goose style beer.
Well, none
Right.
of them are technically goose style because they're not from.
No, they're goose
Well, it's
style.
goose
they're not
style.
from the goose.
They're not
region.
goose. They're
It's not
style.
goose, it's goose style.
It's the
goose.
goose region of Belgium where
Goose.
they come from, right?
Goose style. It's kind of cloudy, murky, and fluffy on the top. Nice,
Comes from goose or
nice.
vest goose.
fluffy white head on top.
Yeah, I got no head on mine.
Yeah, mine went away.
It's got a little bit of peach.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
stone fruit on the nose.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Peach pops out
Yeah.
much more than the apricot.
That smells like peach meat.
I don't know. I'm getting a lot of apricot, honestly, too. It's like every time you sniff it, you get like something different. Wow.
That's what she said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this smells like cut fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like juicy fruit.
Yeah, it's super, super fruity.
Oh, man.
Peach is one of the best things to use in beer. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And weirdly though, you don't see it done well a lot.
Wow.
It
This
just
is
blasted
amazing.
Matt's face off.
Yeah,
This is
did.
peach juice.
it's like
It's-
melted my face.
It's peach acid, man. Wow. Whoo!
Oh,
Do not take the peach acid, you guys. There's some bad peach acid.
do you guys ever drink the syrup out of the can of peaches?
Oh, yeah.
So good. That's kind of what this reminds me of.
should do shots of that.
It's not super sweet though. It's like very.
This
it's,
is way drier
right.
than the last
It's got a very dry acidic bite at the
Yeah.
end,
I
but yeah, it
didn't
totally
mean-
has that peach flavor on the front. I totally get where you're going with it. I just want to make like if you're picturing it at home, don't think of syrupy. It's like that big peach flavor, but then like with a real dry acidic bite on the end.
Yeah.
And what's really interesting about this is how different it is from the regular beer.
Yeah.
Oh, two totally different beers.
Yeah, you wouldn't like. I wouldn't guess they were the same base.
It's
honestly.
a stepchild for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, it's take the peach syrup and ferment it.
We should
There you
try
go.
that.
Yeah,
That's
what are you
called
doing
Pruno.
right? What are you doing right now?
For real.
We're gonna take cans of peaches and throw some fucking champagne yeast in there and see what happens.
Going to the country, gonna ferment a lot of peaches.
Peaches.
Right? They're put there by the mat.
In a brewery downtown.
They're fermented by the mat.
Oh goddamn!
Oh God.
Um,
The curse of Tom Petty.
What I like about the acidity.
Never gonna live that down.
He joined
What
us
I like
in
about-
Sacramento. You were doing it for like 2 hours straight.
Oh goddamn motherfucker!
Fuck, damn.
Yeah.
What I
Yeah,
like about
I
the
had a lot to
acidity of
drink.
this is it kind of matches the fruit. It's
Yeah,
not like
word.
aggressive, like acid. You could drink a pint of this.
I don't know if I'm with you on that one. Like, this is real high acid.
But it's not aggressively like, ugh. Doesn't
yeah,
hit you in the gut.
It's definitely like on the high side
Mhm.
for me.
Citricy.
Yeah.
But it tastes like a tart fruit as opposed to like
Yeah, that's what
some
I
of
was
the
getting at.
big acid bombs that like out of some of the sour breweries where it's just like, holy shit, this is just giving
Wow.
me heartburn.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what I'm saying. It's more a natural acidity, which I guess it's all natural
Yeah.
acidity. But
Yeah.
this
It's
is more
all
fruit-
natural acid, man.
fruit
It gets
acid,
you back to
citric
the
acid.
earth. The peach acids, man.
But goddamn, this is great.
Oh,
This beer's just we're like fucking Top Gun right now. It's just like do.
Yeah.
this is great, man.
Yeah.
This is like one of my top beers that I've had this year.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's
All-
easy. It's like January 15th.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. This is our first show of 2017.
First recording
What is
session.
it now?
2017. First recording session of 2017.
Yes.
Very exciting.
First show of 2011.
Never forget.
We're still here. Trump isn't president yet.
Still going.
Inside
We're
job.
still here.
I'm
We're gonna build a bunker.
I'm gonna take a leak before we get into these homebrews.
Alright.
Down
Don't
with
we
that.
have the other thinger, or is it just that one?
That was it.
Okay, pause. While we're on break, we're gonna listen to "Take My Breath Away" by Brewery.
Well, we can on YouTube, so
But it's from YouTube. Fucking YouTube.
yeah. I'm sorry, we can't do it on
Well,
YouTube.
everybody in the chat, you can click that link I posted, and it'll take your breath away.
I can play it on our speakers, but the chat won't hear it. So.
No, hold on, I got this. Turning and returning in this foolish lover's game. YouTube can't do shit with that, fuckers.
Yeah, that's kind of loud. There we go.
Oh, goddamn. I like how it became a Greg thing.
Yeah.
It's totally mad.
I say it all the time at home. Like I stub my toe. I'm like, oh goddamn.
I don't think that's going through anyway.
We'll find out when we get banned from the internet.
I think fair use is like 10 seconds or something.
Google's like, you will stop playing copyrighted content now. You have 30 seconds to comply.
They do that. But when we got nabbed was when we would just play music on our breaks, and they'd send a warning like, "We know what you're doing. Stop now, or else." And we'd come back 5 minutes after that, and like, "Yeah, we shut you guys."
They'd be like, turn back, Sarah. Turn back before it's too late. Wouldn't that be cool if Google was David Bowie?
I guess you could probably. There's got to be a plug-in for that, right? Read everything in David Bowie's voice.
That'd be amazing. David Bowie just recorded the phonetic alphabet before he died.
Greg's singing in the background.
He's in line for the bathroom, just singing into the room. Boom, 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 boom.
Is man in there pooping?
Matt's rubbing one out real quick. That beer really hit him right in the D. Take my breath away.
That's her. What's up with her hair?
That's the 80s, man. Everyone's hair was stupid as fuck.
Her roots are super grown out. No.
I like how they're like, we're going to tie this video in with Top Gun, so we're going to put you in like an airplane graveyard.
No reason except
They're like, these planes are basically free. Like, we don't have to pay anybody to get in here. They're happy to have us.
She has skunk hair.
Yeah, dude, you like mention like
John's
like,
gonna.
oh, it's the 80s, but no, girls do their hair like that now.
She looks so much like a skunk that John's gonna run her over.
It's like the only thing that puts her in the 80s is the fact that her clothes are all like billowy and not like skin tight.
And the Foolest Lovers game.
I don't know. New fashion is getting baggy again.
That's true. It's all cyclical, man.
Like
Went from hip huggers to high
Did you hear
waisted.
the new season of Startup with Dove Charney from American Apparel?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, guy's a real piece of shit.
He really
Bladder's
is.
empty.
And also, they just yesterday they announced that everything was being sold to Gildan.
That's my favorite brand of T-shirt.
Yeah, they're Canadian. I didn't know that. But yeah, they sold everything to Gildan, and so now all of their shit's being shut down.
This is a Gildan T-shirt.
Yeah.
Well,
I
yeah,
picked it specifically because of that.
They
They
CEO
ousted him, like,
yeah, they fired
a while
him a few
ago.
years ago.
Yeah. But the actual company, they were like trying to bring it back.
They weren't
around
able to
and-
convince him that banging his employees was a bad idea.
Yeah.
He's like, but I really like banging my employees, and they're like, you really should not, because like there's a lot of lawsuits and it's just unethical. And he's like, but it's fun.
You're like, but I get the pussy though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a real piece of shit.
Yeah, not a nice dude.
And yeah, the last I think couple episodes of Startup, he wasn't even on because he just turned into a complete dick towards them.
Really?
Yeah,
He got mad that they kept asking about all his fucking sexual harassment allegations.
Yeah.
And threw a fucking tantrum.
he was a
Man.
jerk on that.
That sucks. Like, I need to listen to that now because, like, the last season, it was like, you know, they did a bunch of different companies, like,
Right.
and I just didn't get into it.
Yeah, no, they did like 8 episodes on fucking his new company that he's trying to start. Which
It
is
was
just,
half and half. They did 4 on Gimlet and then like the rest on
Or for on American Apparel.
yeah
or on it's his new company he's doing. It's like LA.
Los Angeles Apparel. That's the name of his new company.
I'm sure that'll take off.
But
They've already made their first $1 million.
But instead of like thin, soft fitting T-shirts, he wants to bring back rough, boxier shirts.
Like what we're wearing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The cheap kind.
Jason and I.
Sure, people
Anyway.
will go for that. So, next up, we're going to do some Kirshner Brow.
Yep. Mike Kirshner, like I said, he sent us these brews a while ago. I want to say it was like 3 months ago.
A while.
I got to grab the paperwork.
A while.
One of them is a Helles, one is an Oktoberfest, and one is a Quad. And then the white capped bottle is, I believe, I asked him on Twitter right now, that's his sour Quad.
It says DS.
Sour quad, huh?
It's a dark sour on cherries. It was the base beer was the 2015 Quad, which
He used like a
the
very,
Quad he sent is from 2016.
He used
so-
a very Reese's Pieces color scheme on his caps.
Yeah. So just so we know here, the yellow is the Helles, the black is the Oktoberfest, and the orange is the non-sour Quad.
Well, let's start with the Helles then.
Yeah.
The Reese's Pieces.
The Helles beer was brewed on 7/20/2016.
Oh, so this has got some time on it.
He sent the recipes for him too. It's really just going to glaze over it. 94% German Pilsner, 5% Munich, and then there's some oats in there. And it was decoction mashed.
Hey.
No, I'm sorry. I got that wrong.
Oh,
It was a
dang
single
it.
decoction, so it's just regular mashed.
No, single decoction is still a step mash.
Oh,
I have
is it?
I have a single decoction.
What
Yeah.
am I thinking of?
Single infusion.
Fusion. There you go. Magnum, Hallertau, and Mount Hood, and then WLP 830 for the yeast.
I'll mount your hood.
And it's 5% alcohol.
Little funky piney coming out of Mount Hood.
Mount Hood.
Mount Hood is beautiful, by the way.
Shout out to Mount Hood.
Oh my God. Oh, Helles.
Oh, Mount Hood. Oh, hell yes.
Oh,
That was pretty
God.
close to spitting there.
This one's going in my chest.
What?
Even though it's my stomach.
I just like the pause. Emmer.
Oh, man, that smells great, man. That smells delish.
It's definitely got some red malts.
Yeah, super biscuity.
I get no off aromas.
No, none at all. Smells like Hawaiian bread.
I hope our review of this is totally different than the last one that there's no record of.
I might
Deleted
be
it.
getting a inch of acetaldehyde. Just
You said that last time.
Did I really?
Yeah, you did. I do remember that. Yeah.
More like asshole taldehyde.
And as soon as you said, I'm getting a little bit of, I was like, acetaldehyde.
Yeah,
Right as I smelled a little bit of green apple in there,
just a little
but
bit.
not offensive.
Yeah, mostly breaded malts.
I've got a beer, got an apple.
What is that?
That's basically it.
Okay.
You don't know pen, pineapple, apple pen?
Oh, I haven't watched that, so no.
Yeah, good on you.
It's like
I've been
it's-
avoiding it.
It's like a minute and a half long.
You know, it's fun. It's something funny.
I
'cause,
don't
like,
want. I don't care how long it is. I just want to watch it.
I like saw that thing and I'm like, oh, this has to be like, invented by like, like a Conan thing or something like that. No, it turns out it's just like some comedian from like Indonesia or something like that just made this video, and so it's like it's mostly like legit. Which I
All
think
right.
is cool.
Got a beer and an apple,
Yeah.
which is a perfect descriptor for this beer. It's kind of very close to apple cider.
I don't know if that's. I wouldn't say
I
that.
wouldn't say that. It does have a little bit of that note, though. I think the
Definitely,
apple
yeah.
flavor.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it undrinkable, or I still want to drink it.
think
Yeah.
it's
No. I
pleasurable,
mean, you got to hunt for it. But besides that,
But if I sent in my homebrew to a show, I'd want them to try to pick it apart.
yeah, word.
I got torn down by 4 brewers that would send out stickers.
Send him a shirt. Yeah.
Yeah.
This finished.
I sent my beer to 4 brewers and all I got was this lousy T-shirt.
You got a whale's glass too.
That's
That
good.
would actually be pretty awesome.
Yeah. That would be fun.
Speaking of which, we did send out the whale's glasses and the cheap beer corner koozies.
I'm getting a lot of play with those, by the way.
Yeah,
A
those
lot of,
koozies are dope.
Yeah, they are.
I think it's better than the glass, honestly.
Was that with that corner koozie last week?
This beer finished at 1.009. So
All right.
Super dry.
I feel like
How
it could
many
be a
Play-Dohs
little,
is that,
Is
Matt?
that dry
That's
enough?
0.75 Play-Doh.
Was it? No, that's like 1.5.
Purple
That's-
Play-Doh.
It's like 1.5 to Play-Doh-ish.
What if you
2 cans of Play-Doh.
put the Play-Doh through like the star
That's like
shape?
2 Play-Doh.
What does that change the number?
Yes, it does. You have to multiply it by point.
Like the spaghetti
By
maker
star.
one.
By star. Yeah.
I bought all that shit for my daughter, and I'm like, I want to play with that.
Nah.
All the Play-Doh set.
Did you
make,
like
the
did you,
pasta
like,
maker
super
one?
Isn't
ghetto
your,
and
isn't,
you're-
Oh,
your
I got a
isn't
son.
your daughter like 13? Like how?
She's
like,
10.
Oh, so she's still in
Yeah.
the Play-Doh?
No,
That's still a
this is
thing?
like years ago.
I was like,
Oh,
your
okay.
daughter's 28 years old. Isn't she?
Yeah, like she's beyond like the Play-Doh age.
Yeah, she's like,
I
give me
went
all
to-
the electronics.
I went to college with your daughter.
So
It's a good beer, man.
Yeah, I think a pretty strong start, I would say.
Definitely. Yeah.
Great homebrew.
Matt just saw the, oh, goddamn,
Oh, goddamn.
Nice.
Duck Duck Goose. I missed all this stuff in the chat.
yeah.
The Duck Duck Goose one's hilarious.
It was Goose from Top Gun. Gonna do a whole Top Gun themed show.
Yeah, strong start so
We
far. Shall we do the Oktober first?
The Oktoberfest is black. Yeah.
Are we
This beer is
Black
black.
Cap.
just making sure
Nat.
we're recording?
Like we are recording this.
good.
Yes. Okay.
Are we recording this? Are we recording this?
Right on the face.
What happened?
So much
And
for
the
the
chest.
magnet of the opener.
What happened?
Oh, I was a bit aggressive
cap
in the
just
opening,
flew.
and the cap
Hit him in the face, neck,
hit me in
and
the
chest.
face.
Matt got cat bukkake.
No, it was only one. It was only one shot in the face. If it was multiple caps, then
That's
Some-
why you're so
some-
short on the D.
He didn't get inoculated.
Oh man.
So this beer is the Der Burgermeister. Did I say that right? Great.
Yeah.
Burgermeister.
Come in with the Burgermeister in 3D. Burger pooping in your first.
Burgermeister. Opening the burgers at the Kurt Burpener.
So I got the cloudy pour.
The birdie mulch in the first caboodles.
This was brewed for his neighbor, who is the mayor of where he
Hello,
lives,
neighbor.
I guess. Brewed on
That's a good way to get in. You'd be like, hey, I need a permit. And he's like, I got you, fam.
8/20/16, 8/20/2016, I should say. 52% Pilsner malt, 22% Munich, 12% Vienna, 10% Melanoidin, 4% acidulated malt, single infusion mash, Hallertau Saftlager.
I'm gonna call it a problem that I have.
safe lager.
Safe lager, yeah. Safe
That's a
lager.
yeast. S189. Starting gravity of
The yellow
1053, finishing gravity again of 10.9, 24 IBUs, 5.6%.
I'm gonna call it a problem I have with that recipe. In beer, as in life, I always try to avoid the noid.
Nah.
Right. Domino's Pizza.
Got it.
Now you got me
Rad
craving
reference,
pizza.
bro.
I hear they're bringing them back.
Are they really?
Yeah.
They're real desperate, aren't they?
There's been enough time since
They're not even Domino's Pizza
since
anymore.
that guy shot all those people that. Did you ever hear about that?
No.
There's a guy. His name was like Bill Noyd or some shit like that, and he like got so tired of people. He's like, these guys are running a campaign. They're trying to ruin my life, and he like shot up like a Domino's and took a bunch of people hostage and shit. And they're
wow.
like, maybe it's time for us to retire those ads.
shit.
And that is why that campaign ended.
Wow.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
That's
yeah,
amazing.
It's literally like a guy. His name was like Bill Noyd, and it's just like, I'm tired of you guys ruining my life. Everyone
you
wants to
sons of
avoid
bitches.
me. I just trying to fucking live my life.
Yeah.
What was the motto about the Noid? Like
Avoid the Noid.
Avoid the Noyd. He's trying to ruin your pizza's freshness.
So the
Where'd they come
Oktoberfest-
up with that?
Oktoberfest is delicious,
I don't
man.
know. It's 80s cocaine, probably.
This
Probably,
one
yeah.
delivery sucked. It
Yeah.
was like the 30 minutes or less thing. Avoid the Noid.
Um,
There was a video game too.
I'm getting acetaldehyde on this one too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say
no,
pitch more yeast.
Also, it's a
especially with
little
lagers.
bit on this one for an Oktoberfest. It's a little thin, I think.
Yeah.
Like it could use a little bit more body.
Yeah, it's definitely like on the lighter fest beer side of Oktoberfest.
It might be coming off a little thin because I think it's over carbonated. It's
Yeah.
really prickly.
Mm-hmm.
That might be what's. I mean, it's 10.9. I guess it could be a little.
That's
sweeter.
real. That's
Just beef it
real
up a little
dry.
bit.
Yeah,
But
that's real dry.
It's also very, very carbonated.
Yeah.
Not getting that on my little pour.
Would you drink a liter of it?
I drink a liter.
Yeah.
I drink half a liter.
Half a liter
I'd
of
say
it.
this is a solid half liter.
I'm pretty sure we said this last time too. That's funny.
4 Brewers.
I mean,
Always the same shit.
That's the only way you could judge an Oktoberfest is would you drink a liter of it?
Yeah, for
and
real.
if the answer is yes, it's a damn good Oktoberfest.
Yep.
Would you drink it from a boot?
Yeah.
That must. I mean, if you're drinking from the boot, it means you really, really fucking like that beer. That's a shitload of beer.
Also,
I would feel a grass boot with this. I put a grass boot on my foot once, but then I am badly injured. Did not walk for 7 days.
what was the hop schedule on this again, John?
This Hallertau.
Just bitter or in the finish?
Let's see. Lager pitch. He does not say the fine details of
Yeah, because
the
I'm
hop
getting
schedule.
I'm getting like a minty thing on the nose. Is that just me? No, anyone?
No,
No, I'm just getting
Oh,
a lot of
fuck
malt.
you guys then.
I get a lot of the malt, the toasty bread,
Yeah, definitely getting the toast.
the toast, the squaw bread.
It's the toastest with the most.
As far as the lager schedule goes, this was pitched at 50 degrees Fahrenheit, and it was raised to 55 degrees in 3 days. Had a 3-day diacetyl rest at 68, and then a drop to 48 degrees in 9 days. No fining.
Matt, would you say that you're getting minty for just a moment or two?
I don't know that reference.
Minty, the candy cane that fell on the ground?
Nope.
Never heard.
It fell on the ground for just a moment or two.
That's why there's a cigarette butt on the candy cane.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
Minty,
I get it.
He's Minty, the candy cane that briefly fell on the ground.
Oh,
What else is on there? Hair?
This is a Conan
Is that
reference.
a penny?
Yeah.
By the way, for those who aren't getting the visual gag.
looks like a pube.
Oh, Snapchat. It seems like just you need to pitch more yeast because 3-day diacetyl rest. I mean, that's good.
It's pretty fruity too.
Yeah.
There's like fruity notes
Yeah, for real.
Oktoberfest.
I would also say what was? I'm sorry. Can I see that
Sure.
sheet,
Here.
John?
Make it easier.
Look at the sheet.
Thank you. It was the
snarf.
accelerated lager fermentation. So
Yeah, that was
5 and 3
something.
days.
Oh God, I remember us talking about it back then, but it was an experiment to see if you could ferment a lager like in 2 weeks.
Right.
And I think Tasty McDole is the one that came up with the idea for doing that.
Quick lager.
Right.
Yeah. And I don't think that's what that was, but it was like a take on it, I think.
Yeah. Also, the thing to note with these kinds of fermentation schedules is that you don't want to base them on time. You want to base them on gravity.
Oh.
So if you start at,
I think he mentioned that.
yeah, he did. He said target 1032, actual 1034.
According to
for
Einstein
when-
and some bits of Interstellar that I have paid attention to, time and gravity are very closely related.
Interweaved.
Yeah.
but
like you can stretch time like you stretch gravity and light. There's a lot going on.
Space sadness.
Physics.
but it sounded like he did this too. I just wanted to actually
If any
mention this.
physicists are listening, can you shoot us in how those are related? Things?
SpaceX people.
Yeah. He said that he, if I'm reading this right, after 3 days, he was at 1034, which is when he raised up to the D-rest. But it said, it doesn't say how he adjusted his temperature. I'm assuming that he would just reset his temperature control to 68 and then let it free rise, which is what you should do. Because the thing with the diacetyl rest is that you want enough activity in the fermentation left over to stop messing with my technical talk, Jason. God damn it! This is real information.
This is what I do.
Could you
my role on the show.
Could you wrap the carboy with a heater and do that? Because that's what I do. I have it in a fermenting fridge, and then I wrap it with a heater so I can just do whatever I want.
You can
you could, but the thing is when
because
it
heating
comes
it up
to
will activate the yeast somewhat too. No,
a little bit, yeah. But
I'd
the
worry
thing
about
that you
getting
mostly
too warm there.
No,
With-
not
at
as-
least with certain spots or something. Like you're heating from the outside. I don't know. That seems like it'd be kind of weird.
well, it's a very gentle warming. Like the thing doesn't get hot. It takes to go up 10 degrees. I'd say it takes like 3 hours.
Yeah. I would say that overall, the thing that you're trying to do is encourage activity. And so if you can warm it up using the yeast's own activity, that's the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
And so that because with the diacetyl rest, that's what you're doing is you're trying to raise up the temperature to to get the yeast to be more active towards the end of fermentation. So they're still active. And so they reabsorb your diacetyl and acetaldehyde, like that kind of stuff.
Right.
Which I'm pretty sure this is what Mike did here. So if we're getting acetaldehyde, then I would assume we just need to get some more, just a better pitch rate.
But overall, it's good. I would, like we said, drink a liter of it.
I'd be happy with it if I brewed it. Yeah. Shall we do the quad?
I'd like to take a moment and point out that either Galen or Galen, our Spanish friend in the chat, made a picture of Snarf saying, hear us on
Thundercats.
Snapchat, snarf, snarf, and he's laying like he's in like a model pose with a pint of beer in front of him.
Nice.
Which is amazing.
Snapchat, snap, snap.
We need a T-shirt made out of that. Can we get that like the next 4B
This is gonna be
shirt?
the next 4B shirt.
Put a 4B in the
for the
glass.
beer.
We're gonna get sued by whoever the fuck owns that Thundercats.
Oh,
now.
no one's going to care.
No way, man. They're
one is gonna-
rebooting it.
Snarf,
Are they?
snarf.
I think they did a new cartoon like on one of the kids' channels.
Did they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck it, let's do it anyways.
Hey, remember everything you loved from the 80s? They've redone it.
For real. So let's move on to the quad here.
Quad.
That's the orange cap.
Orange cap. Orange cap.
Snarf,
Cap.
snarf.
Cap. Cap.
Quad.
Cap chat.
I think I remember Mike saying this beer would probably do well with some time on it. So I found he shipped these in a shipper in a box, and I had them in my garage with other boxes on top of it, and that's how I found them. So
Yay.
it was basically cellared at around 60 degrees. So yeah,
That's pretty good.
For what, a few months? Something like that?
yeah, probably 3 or 4 months.
Word.
Sounds like we're gonna get a treat.
This is this beer is called Oh My Quad. It might as well be. It might as well be called Irmaquird.
Irmaquird. That's a better name.
Irmaquird.
Irmaquird is pretty great. Actually, yeah.
goddamn.
So I have this.
Oh wow.
Look at me. I have the sheet now. So this was brewed on March 25th of last year.
I am the host now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This was 70% Pilsner malt, 5% Kira Munich 1, 3% biscuit, 6% amber candy sugar, 2% aromatic, and 2% special B.
I'm smelling that candy sugar.
Kara Munich 1 sounds like one of the robots in a bad German bootleg of Terminator.
I am Gara Munich 1. I will eat you.
I am Kara Munich Van.
I'm the Kara Munich 1. I'm here to protect John Francis Connor.
Dude,
I'm the pusher.
that was
So good. Oh.
Jason's on fire.
Good damn man.
This was high rate fermentation, pitched at 72, slowly ramped down to 55. Interesting. This was Belgian Abbey 2 from Y Yeast, and then raised back up to 68, and then added more candy syrup at 1020. And then ramped back down to 40 for 2 months and held it there for a while.
Wow.
Yeah.
Quite the roller coaster.
Interesting.
What a real adventure this beer's been on.
For real.
I'm gonna have to say that this is the best homebrew quad I think I've ever had.
This smells really good.
Yeah, I'm not getting off
Smell
anything on this.
is jumping out of the glass.
It's got so much of that bubblegummy ester on it.
That candy sugar bubble gum.
Yeah.
I think I may have said this last time too. It's got that sugariness to it to where I grit my teeth. When I smell bubblegum, I do the same thing.
Candy sugar bubblegum sounds like the start of like one of those weird like jump rope like
I was
rhymes.
just thinking that.
Right? You're like, candy sugar bubblegums. Whatever.
Yeah.
Just when you're just saying nonsense words like, what the fuck's happening?
Dingy dingy doobie dum. Like, whatever. You know.
That's-
and then you fuck it up and everyone's like, no!
That's Matt going into a playground like, greeting fellow kids, ringy dingy doobie dum. Snapshots.
Oh my god.
Greetings, fellow kids.
This has everything I want in a quad. It's got the booze on the nose, and it blends really well with that like that extra long boil.
Yeah.
Notes.
Maillard kind of
The
thing.
Maillard is really popping out of the glass. It's kind of caramely, but
Yeah, this is
raisiny
delicious.
caramel.
Yeah, it's really good.
He was right too. Some time on this. Yeah, this did this beer well.
Yeah, and honestly, I would say even more time. It's still got like just enough alcohol heat that I think it would hold up really well.
Yeah, and the body on it's nice. It's
Yeah.
not over the top. It's not
It's
syrupy.
kind of hot, but it's like our 45th beer today.
I think
Yeah,
you
for
want
real.
it to be. I want some heat
for
my
sure.
quad.
For sure. Oh, you want some heat in your quad?
I do.
Got a hot quad.
I want to know what I'm drinking.
You want a hot? You drink a hot quaddy.
Hot quad.
you take a St.
Hot
Bernardus and you fucking mull some
Warm it up.
allspice and
A cinnamon stick.
and it's a hot
What is it? What is a hot toddy again exactly?
Oh fuck! I don't. I haven't made one in probably 20 years.
Isn't it scotch and some?
Oh, that's a hot scotchy.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
What'd you ask about?
A hot toddy is.
Oh, I don't know.
Bourbon, isn't it?
It's hot
yeah.
whiskey,
With scotch.
liquor and water with honey, herbs, and
Yeah, it's really sweet over
some
the
other
top
shit.
too. Yeah, a lot of sugar to it. And
yeah, bourbon, honey, lemon juice, and hot water. That sounds gross as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good.
That sounds
That's
like
why you don't make a hot
that
toddy.
sounds like when you're like sick and your grandfather's like, in the old country, this is what we drank to
Just
get
drink
better.
bourbon.
Yeah, for real.
Hey, pro tip, guys. When you try really hot sauces you saw on a fun YouTube show, bourbon doesn't help. In fact,
No.
it just makes it
Hotter.
all burn.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
like,
you
the
have,
alcohol
you have
burn,
personal experience with this, don't you?
Yeah, I was like, the alcohol burn, like in my head. Well, mind you, my mouth was on fire, so I was thinking, like, like firefighters, they do like the controlled burn to like cut off the forest
man.
fire.
Such a bad
So
idea,
it was like
man.
the alcohol burn is gonna like maybe
No.
like customize or acclimate me to burning.
You were in extreme pain at this time, weren't you?
Yeah,
Because like
yeah.
you're
And
not
then
making sense.
It went from like the middle of my tongue being on fire to like my entire mouth, like all my cheeks and everything. It was like
That's a
all
solvent. It's a solvent,
Yeah, it's
dude.
just like here's all the hot shits all over your mouth.
Yeah, you
so
gotta-
if
you
you
gotta-
guys ever tried to bomb Beyond Insanity hot sauce, don't drink liquor to try to make it better. It does
really-
not help.
It's not just a clever name, is it?
Yeah, no, it's pretty fucked up. And that's not even the craziest one. It's only like 115,000 Scoville, not like fucking.
That actually isn't that much, from what I understand.
Well,
Like,
for fucking crazy batshit hot sauces, it's not that much.
yeah, I imagine the concentration has a lot.
But,
to do with it. it's 110,000
But
Scoville
Sriracha's
per,
like
per
2,000.
microgram.
But Sriracha's like 2,000.
Yeah.
Oh. Word.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
yeah, that Scotch bonnets are like 1 million or something like that, right?
For what?
Scotch bonnets or like not or the
like the Carolina Reaper peppers and shit.
Buchalokias and that kind of shit. Yeah.
It's in hundreds of
If you're
thousands.
eating the peppers straight up.
Oh yeah, like I
200,000 or
saw a YouTube video of a hot pepper challenge that was done
Those are
by a
fun to
couple of
watch.
like sorority girls, and there was crying. Yeah, but
then
then
there
again,
was barfing.
but then again, I say that out loud, and then I'm like, no. But the last time I saw one, a couple of dudes there was crying too. So there's like, no.
Yeah,
It's
from
all
what I
the same.
understand, like there was some dude who eats them like on a regular, and he was like, I ate one, and I was like incapacitated for like 24 hours.
Yeah.
Just
I
in
heard
horrible pain.
I heard a shitting napalm taken to a whole new level. That's what I heard. Yeah.
And you can. He's like, I can feel it turn every corner of my intestines.
Oh.
He's
Yeah.
like, it hurt on the right, and then it was
Something
like
I don't
hurt in the
wanna
middle, and then it hurt on the left.
Yeah, it's something that I never really understood.
No.
Like, I like spicy stuff, but I mean, like, I
I
went to
like
a
super hot stuff too.
dude. I went to a Thai place last night, and actually, my girlfriend got a
Was it called Tie Me Up?
no, it was called Grapao. It's called Grapao.
Is that a chain?
I don't know. We went to the one in Riverside and Mission Grove, but
It's like kind of a.
Did you get
she
the
got-
meat crab?
no. She got a pad thai, and it was like 1 to 10 spikes in this, right? We got a 5, and it was like holy fuck.
Holy fuck balls!
Yeah. It was a lot.
Now you're making me hungry.
I just nudged a beer at Matt with my nose like Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah, we're going on an hour 20 here, so.
Yeah, we
Oh,
are.
we had like 20 minutes of Matt shitting in the middle.
That's true.
Shitting in the middle, but he's
shitting
got much
napalm.
back.
What are we drinking here, people? What are we drinking here, people?
All right, so last on the Kirshner Brow was he had a year of his quad that didn't finish out completely, and so he added some sour shit and some cherries.
As you
And
should.
so-
Did he say sour shit, or did he be like, he's like,
no, his said last year's quad never attenuated fully, so I still have 5 gallons that I pitched Roselaire last January and have racked on cherries.
That's what he said in his DM on Twitter just now, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
it's
So
going down in the DMs for John, apparently.
I hit him up before the show. and I'm
Kirshner's
like,
sliding in
In
the
the Depeche
DMs.
Mode.
honestly, I thought it was a stout at first.
He's sliding in the DMs.
It's a black celebration.
Mike's in constant communication with us too, and I.
Yeah, he does hit us up on Twitter.
Yeah.
I get notifications on it. Like, it's like 90% of the time it's John, and then I just feel like John maybe thinks he's haunted because every so often I'll post something. I'll be like, oh, cool. And
Well,
then-
he talks to me on my personal account too,
Yeah, yeah.
so.
Smells very.
I just get busy sometimes.
similar.
And then you guys respond. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm sending him a nice box of beer because he sent us a lot of beer.
yeah, he's
No
really
doubt.
hooked this up for sure.
I think I might put a Veritas in there. Just saying.
Veritas.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I mean, he deserves it, right?
Yeah.
This is like
We
his-
all deserve it.
I mean,
Third
talk
shit in
about,
it?
about super fandom. Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
On the nose, it smells very familiar to the other beer.
It's got a little bit of a funkiness to it.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of funk, but it still smells like a quad, pretty much.
It's it's like Saturday night in the spot.
I do get a little bit of cherry on there.
I
Definitely.
get the cherry on the like retronasal after you take a sip.
I don't get that big sugary hit on the nose that I got off the quad.
I do get cherry in it, and like I've really not
pleasant.
been a fan of cherry in beer. Period. I feel like it always ends up artificial, no matter how
Yeah,
authentic
Robitussin-y.
and fancy your cherries were that you put in it.
I don't know if I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, I disagree.
Like I've had, because the thing is like I did a cherry sour beer myself one time, and holy crap, it was Robitussin-y. But like you have like especially like the Belgian cherry beers, I don't get that quite so much. It tastes more like fleshy cherry, you know?
Yeah, cherry
like
pie.
biting into cherries.
Tart cherry pie.
Yep.
McKellar's Spontan cherry was very good.
Yeah, I haven't had any of the McKellar spontaneous stuff. But I'm sorry, Jason, we
So
interrupted.
I just drank this, and
every show, I love it.
I just drank this, you guys.
Nice, well
you
done.
know what this reminds me of? Greg's tits. Wah, wah, wah.
I think it smells great.
This is nice, man.
No,
This is
it's
like-
actually the like cherry flavor mixed on the beer. It's got like a little bit of sourness, and then the fruit on the back. Like
The sourness is real light though.
It's very. There's a little bit there, but then it's almost just kind of like a tart cherry flavor, and then the maltiness. It almost kind of has that chocolate cherry vibe.
yeah, word.
But without, it wasn't a stout, right? It was the quad.
This
that
was
they
the
used
quad,
on
yeah.
base. So it's not super roasty. It's just kind of like a sweet with a little bit of like caramelly flavor and cherry, and I think it works pretty well.
It doesn't come off like an infected quad.
No
it
way.
comes
No.
off like an intentional.
It's
like,
bright.
sour cherry.
I think the acidity
Kinda
brightened
quad.
it up just a few
That's
shades.
the thing. It's not sour. At
No.
all. But it definitely added some like liveliness. To
I saw Infected Quad DJing a few sets, by the way, last year.
He was at Coachella last year. It was awesome.
Damn it, man.
Oh my god! Fucking infected quad,
Infected
dude.
Quad fucking tore
Dude,
it down.
He spun for 3 hours. It was nuts. Got all new candy for that shit.
This squad's on point, man. really, really well done, man.
Yeah. All in all, I personally I would say that the standard quad was definitely my favorite of all of them. I thought that was really great.
And bold move throwing 2 lagers in there too.
Word up.
Tricky for a homebrewer.
For
so
real.
I mean, a quad is really hard to do too, man. I mean, there's a million off flavors that can come from fermenting a quad is like, God, you're gonna get that like phenolics and
Yeah, it can
You're
come
gonna
up like the sometimes you can have like super
much booze.
overwhelming bubblegum too.
Yeah.
Like that definitely had some bubblegum, but it was fairly
I think
reserved.
it was very dialed in. Yeah.
Yeah. Really great all around. Mike, thank you as always.
And I believe we said this last time about his beers. We're being very hypercritical about these beers.
Yeah.
They are excellent beers.
Yeah, I mean, like as a home brewer, I'd be proud of all of them.
Sure. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, Mike, thanks for the Jester King beers. Thanks once again for the homebrew.
Yep. Also,
You're the
thanks
man.
to Jazz over at El Cerrito and to Mr. Bob Roth for hooking up the other spawn.
And this summer, look out for Fermenting the Quad with Michael Douglas and Kathleen Turner.
If you want to find Four Brewers online, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram. You can find all that information on fourbrewers.com. Go to fourbrewers.com/live, correct?
No. Fourbrewers.com/YouTube takes you to our YouTube channel.
To the YouTube, yes.
If you want to get to our live page on our website, it's fourbrewers.com/live or fourbrewers.live.
Cool. So we have definitely stepped up, or John, I should say, has definitely stepped up our live streaming game.
2017.
Our music is done by the mysterious Breakmaster Cylinder. And you can check us out on fourbrewers.limo.
Actually, I should say that.
Fourbrewers.soy.
Biz.
Matt's like, fuck it. If you guys are going to fuck up my outro, I'm not doing it.
Actually, should we say that our theme music is done by the Sleeping Sea King, who have just reunited and started playing gigs again. So check out the Sleeping Sea King.
They were sleeping. Now they've awoken.
They should play it. If we do another anniversary party, they should play it.
What else? Go to fourbrewers.com/YouTube for our ooey gooey YouTube content.
Ooey.
You can find John Cellar reviews and some new cheap beer corner coming up. Go to patreon.com/fourbrewers if you want to contribute to the show.
Go to FerkFest.com for FerkFest
Shut
tickets.
the fuck up, Greg. This is me. This is my time. God damn it, Greg.
Our time down here.
Go to FerkFest.com for FerkFest tickets.
Early bird tickets.
Early bird tickets are now available.
The early bird gets the
half
first.
You could have warned me, and I could have thrown it into my thing.
At the point this show releases, maybe they won't be on sale anymore, but you can probably get regular tickets for
I'll throw
FerkFest.
a code out there for the 4B people.
You'll give us a link? No way.
And remember, the early bird gets the Ferk.
That's right.
Kyle Will's got his tickets for FerkFest, so thanks, Kyle.
Nice, right on. Go to iTunes and give us a review because we want your 5 stars. And if you want to get in touch with us directly, hit us up at feedback@fourbrewers.com and brew the shit out of it.
Yes, sir.
Pizza time.
Pizza. So hungry.
All right,
This is good 'cause I'm starving, yeah.
If this is what's happening, the live audio stream, that's not going to stop, but the YouTube live streams are divided up into 3 separate episodes. So this episode 1 is going to stop, and then episode 2 will be up on our website on the live page, and you can watch it there. So this one's going to stop. Thanks for hanging out for episode 1 of session 49, and we'll see you on episode 2.
I don't know where I'm going. All I know is I don't want to stop.
All right, everyone. Let's load up some Spurtifer. And Kyle Wells in the Discord chat, he's still streaming his homebrew session at Twitch TV or twitch.tv/maxpower683 if you want to check in on that. We're going to take a quick, 20-minute break, maybe 15, 20-minute break. We just got some pizza. We just had 50 beers, and we're gonna take a break, so we'll be back.